are here. It is another Friday, you guys. We are here. We made it. Whatever you had to go through this week, trust me, I know I have went through it, and I ain't even gonna go through it again. I'm not in my mind in regards to all that happened this week. But to God be the glory. We are here, and there are many that did not make it to today. So thank God that we are here to be able to see this day. And we're gonna have a good show, you guys. We're gonna have an awesome show. Of course, this is the Stars with Tamika Joy. It stands for Shining Through Adversity, Reaching Success. And Stars is a platform for those that don't get that platform from other radio shows, radio stations, other podcasts. I always serve the underdogs. I'm here to be the person to serve the underdogs, the person that be able to help those along the way. So I want to say to you guys, if you want to be a part of Stars Performing Arts, please reach out. Don't hesitate. Call me. I got you. Those that have done it before, a lot of people say I'm like the unsung podcast because I've had a lot of people on the podcast that used to be in the music industry and did that thing, and now they're just kind of behind the scenes or just kind of left it alone. So, whatever it is, it's just going to give you a platform to shine. I want to just see what you're up to, how life kind of just got in the way and you didn't get to become that director. You didn't get to be that dancer or actor or whatever it is that you always wanted to do. You could talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's even see if we can revisit it. I have definitely resources to be able to do that. And so I want to be able to utilize those situations and the people that I interact with to be able to help others. So that is what Stars is, as we just kind of just if I guess to be honest in regards to what we do. Definitely want to say happy birthday to all my Leos out there. How y'all doing? Happy birthday to you. There's a few of y'all out there that I know is your birthday today. So happy birthday to you guys. Happy anniversary to our lovers out there. If it's your anniversary, do your thing, keep that love going, and don't give up, because I know, it could be trying at times, but, of course, it's always love. It's not about the in love thing. It's about being able to fall in love in and out, and just being forgiving, and also just signing up to a commitment. So happy anniversary to all of you guys out there. So I definitely want to talk a little bit about the birthdays, because we have a birthday party coming up next Thursday. There it is, at the old Kilroy's, K2s, whatever it is that you guys used to call it. Tandoori Nights Bar and Grill, 14633 Jefferson Davis Highway in Woodbridge, Virginia. August the 12th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. We will be doing it up. Sounds by DJ Ricky, old school, Southern Soul, old R&B, 40 and up. You need to be in the building. We're celebrating my cousin Greg. He's going to have a birthday party. Any other birthdays, y'all hit me up. I will be glad to add you to the birthday list. So we could just have a good time. I know City Lights used to be the thing. Kilroy's used to be the thing, and they used to be on a Thursday back in Woodbridge, Virginia. So I want all the old faces. We're going to even celebrate my Uncle Bam, y'all, on next Thursday, the life of Bam Clarence Wright. We just gonna have a good time. I'm all the way. I may get on the mic and do a few songs. We'll have karaoke, and DJ Ricky is gonna make sure y'all have a good time. that night. So y'all make sure y'all get come on through. Just get yourself together. Just come on through. Also on August the 28th, we will be having a community bridge day. I'm back in Woodbridge again. Y'all see, look, listen, I don't live in Woodbridge no more, but I come from there. So I give back, which, I ain't throwing no shade, but y'all can do a little bit better. And meet me there August 28th. If you can't meet me, you can call me, inbox me, text me, send a kite. I need book bags, school supplies. We're giving away shoes, shirts, socks. We're giving all the way clothes. We're giving away, food, canned goods, everything. Just make sure that y'all. I'm gonna have some actually images. You guys could be able to drop off stuff. Blazer cuts. You guys could be able. I'll have all that information in regards to, and I'll put it out in regards to some of the drop off spaces. This week, actually, I was supposed to be working on that this week, but due to circumstances of losing my uncle, I've been in a sheltered. So at the end of the day, the next week I will definitely have those drop off boxes where you guys can drop off clothes, food, and school supplies, where we can go and have a nice time partnering with the Boys and Girls Club, AA events, and also the Sassy Chef. As we give back to the community, we're going to have a fashion show. We're going to have a talent showcase. So if you have any talent, any comedians, poetry, whatever it is that do that you want to just promote and get a platform to do, you have that opportunity. We'll have, of course, the moon bounce, the kickball, the face painting. Now here's the thing. We just got word that we're not going to be able to have vendors. I know vendors that basically making money off of. Of course, unfortunately, the Boys and Girls Club gave us a call and said that they can't have vendors there. So that was a big blower for me yesterday. So I know everybody's been calling about vending and wanting to be out there, but there are other vendors that will be there that is just of service and not necessarily selling stuff. So Dr. Spearman will be out there doing character development for the youth. We'll also have, the face painting, the different things that will be. So if there's anything that of a service that you want to come and get a table and just, be able to let the people know what it is that you do in the community, you can do that still. So, that's my layout on the events that are coming up. And our first guest will be Mr. Sterling S. Russell. I told him like 10 minutes ago that his time was going to be at this time, and I don't know where he is, and being that we are live, and he's my husband, I can act like this, but y'all hold on a minute. Babe! Because we all the way live, y'all. And, this the Russell Hustle. I'm like, dude, I told you your time. Look. He always handling business. Excuse me, sir. Can I use a little bit of your time?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there we go. So, Mr. Sterling S. Russell will be sharing with you guys for our wealth and health, because I'm always talking about wealth and health. And, it's either something that's dealing with just making us heal, making us become better people. And of course, we can become better people with a little bit of change in our pocket. So this is our consultant in regards to money, and he is going to just give you a little bit of information in regards to your finances. So I'm going to give you the mic to Mr. Sterling S. Russell.
Hey, how y'all doing? All right. First of all, let me say health is wealth. And my little disclaimer I like to put out there before I give out any information. I am not a financial advisor. Anything that I say that has to deal with finances strictly for entertainment purposes. Um, During this session, I will be giving you brief information on how I personally buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency or invest in the stock market. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, the first thing, the last time I was on the call, we talked a little bit about investing and about investing in crypto. That space right now is so wide open, and if you've been paying attention in the news, it has a lot to do with China. That's kind of swaying the markets a little bit. Um, they are trying to ban buying crypto in their entire country. You can see that the IRS is trying to crack down on taxes with crypto because a lot of money is being made and exchanged in this space. So, what I have done since the last time I've been on, I have hired a professional crypto mentor. This mentor has showed me a lot of simple mistakes that I was making with just accumulating a bunch of different coins based on trending analysis. So you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, your top five Dogecoin, USD Tether. So those are kind of trending coins, and then you have a lot of altcoins other than Bitcoin that are really really hot, and people are getting rich overnight in this space if you know what you're doing. So um, the mentor and I kind of sat down and we kind of just went over my goals, short term and long term, and what I was trying to do. So my main goal was to accumulate enough automated income that can replace my job's income or at least match my job's income. And when we sat down and we really looked at the amount of coins that I had accumulated and then how I had not taken profit by by either selling those coins at a high mark and then buying them again or trading those coins for a stable coin like USD Tether, we looked at a lot of money that I had missed out on. So it was the first couple of sessions were very, very painful. Um, Let me see. I have a question coming in. It says, how much money do you think you have to invest to really see money with Bitcoin? Okay, so I'll answer that question. Um, the crazy thing about Bitcoin is you can start off with as little as $10. So and a lot of people have seen the little Bitcoin um, purchasing application inside of Cash App. Now, the thing about that is you're purchasing Bitcoin in Cash App, but please note that they do report to the IRS, so they will send you a 1099B um, at the end of the year. I found out that the hard way because I think I had invested bought about $6,000 worth of crypto and double that Bitcoin from Cash App, double that, and Cash App sent me a 1099B, so I had to claim that capital gain of $12,000. So, well, that gain of $6,000. So, you got to be very careful where you're purchasing your Bitcoin from. Me personally, I purchased it from BTCKing.us, and he is a miner, so I pay a little bit more, but um, they don't do KYCs, which is know your customer, like um, Cash App and Coinbase does. So you can invest if you really. So the first rule of thumb about investing in Bitcoin is this: never invest more than you can afford to lose. But if we look at the US dollar versus Bitcoin, Bitcoin is an asset. Um, if you look at the price of Bitcoin 10 years ago, it was, I believe, under $100. And you're talking about $40,000 right now. So $100 investment in Bitcoin back then, which would have probably may have got you two Bitcoins, could be worth $80,000 right now. So you don't need a lot of money to make a difference in Bitcoin. Um, there's going to be a total of 21 million Bitcoin in the world. They're not going to make any more. So once the amount of Bitcoin is sold out, which is 21 million, I think we're a little at over 18 million right now. Once they hit 21 million, Bitcoin could be close to 500,000 to $1 million per coin. The great thing about Bitcoin is broken down in what's called Satoshis. So you can buy 1/8 of a Bitcoin. So you think that's like 1.0000000 of a Bitcoin. You can buy point zero 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 one of a Bitcoin. So um, you can check the charts, and I'll put this in the chat. This is one place you can go. You can go to coindeco.com and you can check the prices of different cryptos. There are about probably 8,000 different cryptos right now. So my advice to you would be to do your due diligence, um, do your own research, and then if you're ready to enter this space and you need some hand holding or you need some extra advice, you can email me and I'll put my email in here. And like I said, I'm always learning and I'm always trying to show others how to enter this space and how to take advantage of investing in this space because, like I said, cryptos are they're a real asset as opposed to the U.S. dollar, which is just kind of printed out of thin air right now. So we're not on the gold standard anymore. The gold standard was we were taking off the gold standard back when Nixon was president. So those U.S. dollars that you think are backed by gold are not backed by gold anymore. So you can't go to a distributor and take that money and exchange it for your gold at the bank. You cannot do that. So the Federal Reserve has jumped in place and they're regulating a lot of different things now. So um, what I'm trying to express to a lot of our young people is to accumulate assets and not by depreciating assets. So I hope this was helpful. And like I said, if you have any questions, if I can help in any kind of way, I posted my email below, sstech1977 at gmail. You can shoot me an email or you can contact Miss Tamika at Stars. Um, but for the most part, like I said, crypto is my baby, and like I said, I've got about 4 or 5 different platforms that I am trying to automate. Well, I am automating my income, and I'm consolidating now. Um, so, if you are in the crypto space, I will throw you a quick little. I'll throw you some free sauce, as they say. Raven Coin. So, if you look that up, Raven Coin is an altcoin that is probably about, I think it went up to about 10 cents today. So $100 could get you a nice amount of, if if you can afford to put more in there and then cash out in about 2 or 3 months, I think you can see a really, really good profit. Um, and also Ethereum. So that's my 2 free sources for today, Ethereum and Ravencoin. So, like I said, get back with me if you have any questions, and I will. If I can't answer it, I'll definitely point you in the right direction. I hope this was helpful, and continue to invest wisely and invest smartly. Right.
All right. Well, there you guys have it. That was our wealth and health segment, helping the people be able to get out of their own way and do better. Why y'all? Okay, so we're gonna move along because I have to. I gotta read this real quick, and we're gonna bring up our next guest. So y'all, Okay, first and foremost, let me say I'm excited about this next guest. He is awesome. We actually used to go to the same church, and he just went up and just moved on and has been doing great things, serving and just being a man of God. So I'm so excited about having Pastor Kenneth Marsh, who was born on November 11th, 1968, to the late Elder Clarence Marsh and Elder Barbara Marsh. Kenny was 2 pounds at birth. The doctors say he wouldn't walk or talk, but look what the Lord has done. Kenny Marsh started ministry early age of 9 years old, giving his first sermon at the missionary service. It's St. Matthew's, um, what is it? Apostle, apostolistic, apostle. Oh Lord Jesus. I know the word. I'm over here looking at all I gotta read, y'all. I'm like, Jesus, I hate it. He was at St. Matthew's Apostolic on Paluski Highway. He came from Philippians 2:5. I think it's the one to say, let my mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. From the day he knew he had a calling on his life. Kenny Marsh was baptized and received the gift of the Holy Ghost in 1984 at Highway Christian Church under the late suffragan Bishop Charles R. Brown. His greatest memory that day was talking to the late Aunt Peggy that he received the Holy Ghost and not being able to come out of the Spirit until late that night. His first solo was from the Mighty Clouds of Joy, God is Not Dead. Music was his first love. As Kenny Marsh grew, so did his ministry. God has blessed him to have numerous groups: El Shaddai, Psalms, Kenny Marsh and Company, New Beginnings, Fresh Anointing, and KFM Singers. He has also opened up for numerous gospel artists: Ty Tribute, the late Reverend Timothy Wright, Hezekiah Walker, just to name a few. In 2008, Kenny was ordained elder in the Lord's Church under Pastor Lawrence McNeil. In 2012, ordained pastor, Kenny started his church ministry, Favor of God Ministries. I know Bishop Charles S. Waters. In life, God will settle you and guide you to where he needs you to go. Kendra Marsh also took his gift under the leadership of Bishop Dr. Michael Dean Chapman, Sr. at Word of Life Christian Cathedral for 6 years. Currently under Bishop and Lamont Harris and R&R Restoration Ministries and churches with his current ministry, Favor Unleashed. He is a proud husband and father of one. You didn't tell me you didn't did all this. You might as well tell me the child's name. His favorite scripture in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plan that I have towards, and saith the Lord, that thoughts and peace, not of evil, to give you expected end. To God be the glory for the mighty things he has done and will continue to do in the life of Pastor Kenneth Marsh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bring him out, Pastor Kenneth Marsh.
I'm I'm sorry. I'm sitting there laughing because you said my daughter's name when you went to say Kenneth. You said Kendra. That's my daughter's name.
Well, look at the Lord. Look at
So that's why
the
I was
Lord.
laughing. I was like, she said my daughter's name already.
Kendra Marsh. That's
Yep.
the child, that
Yep.
one child. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm sitting here as you reading all that. She ain't gotta read all that, and I'm like, wow, half of that stuff I forgot that I did.
That's
Yeah.
hey, that just tells a lot. That just tells a lot that, when we do so much and we just do it because we just want to do it, that,
Yeah.
we forget about those things. So,
Yeah.
I'm so pleased to have you
I'm
here.
glad to be here.
Yeah. So, we go way back from the good old EBC.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So tell me, I see, going back to a child and you being 2 pounds.
Yeah.
I know, that was a lot, and look at you. He can talk, you can
Yeah.
walk.
Everything.
I mean, that right there, that would be my bio. That's
Yeah.
all I have to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Is everything else don't even matter
It
because
don't.
I'm here all the way. I'm
It
here.
don't matter.
Yeah, that right there is just everything.
Yeah.
I'm excited that whatever it is, you definitely have that testimony to be able to give to everyone who thinks
Yes.
that their time is limited when it comes to, or that that they are limited when it
Yeah.
comes to certain things because of circumstances.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so let me ask you, even with, did you have, and I mean, if this is off, it's an off topic in
No,
regards
you're
to, because
fine. You're fine.
I just want to know in regards to like
Right.
growing, growing up, were there any challenges amongst that?
Um, you know what? When I hear my mom and my dad, God rest his soul, we buried him in December last year. When I used to hear them talk about it, my mom used to say that them old mothers of the church, they came to the hospital with the olive oil and bathed me in olive oil and all that stuff, and they prayed and all that stuff. And growing up as a child, I would always hear my mom say where we lived at, that they would literally have me running from our apartment all the way down the street to my aunt's apartment to get things that my mother needed from her sister. So far as running or doing anything, I didn't have any type of issues, playing basketball 8 and 10 hours on the basketball court and, all that stuff, so I didn't have any challenges or anything, so I mean,
Wow.
I'm grateful to God for that, because some children that are born at that weight, because my mom, when she was born, she was 1 pound. So my mom, she was born with one kidney, and to this day she still has one kidney. She's on dialysis, but she's still alive, 73 years
Right.
kicking. So
Wow.
God has been good. So I didn't have any challenges. Anybody see me when the presence of God hit, I'm the first one in the aisle giving God praise. So I'm like, yeah, this is what the doctor said. I wouldn't be able to walk, talk, do up, but I'm here. So
Mm. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, that's truly a blessing, and like I said, I would be, everything else wouldn't even matter because I just be like, how many pounds I was when I
yeah,
was,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, if I mean, that's just amazing. That's amazing, really, really amazing.
yeah,
So I'm sure that helped you appreciate, and especially your mom. Um, and then, of course, you said you had the elders around you that has been
yes,
surrounding you
yes,
and grounding you to
yes,
do the footwork that you now do.
yes, yes.
And you've been doing it since 9.
Yeah. I think I calculated. I think it's like, well, this September it will be 45 years I've been doing ministry, and that's singing and preaching. So yes, since
Mm,
9 years old.
wow, wow, wow! That is amazing. That's amazing. And you do have a church, or do you currently have a church?
Well, September the 26th is going to be the launching service of Favor Unleashed Ministries of Baltimore. 10 years ago, I say about 10 years, well, back in 2012, like I said on the bio, I started Favor of God Ministries back in
Mm-hmm.
2012. Went through some things where you get your most wounds in the house of the Lord. Got hurt, didn't want to do it no more, didn't want to do the singing, didn't want to do the preaching.
Mm-hmm.
But God was still working on me, because it's a process, and what God has for you to do, you have to go through to get what God has for you to do. So through the trials and the tribulations, I still held on, still did everything. And here we stand, 2021, September the 26th, it will be Favor Unleashed Ministries of Baltimore. So it's like something I can't get from that favor, because the music ministry is Kenneth Marsh and Favored. Favor Unleashed Ministries of Baltimore starts in September. God has blessed me to form a fellowship of pastors, which is Favor Unleashed Fellowship Movement. So
Wow.
it's a group of pastors. We're coming together to support each other in services because the world need to see that we can support each other instead of fighting each other on Facebook. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But
On Facebook or in behind the scenes, on the
everything,
pulpits, like
everything.
tell it all the way. You gonna go there, go all the
I'm
way there.
serious. Is the world needs to see, and the church world need to see that we can come together. So I'm
Yeah,
grateful that God has blessed me to have a pastor and two bishops that are a part of Favor Unleashed Fellowship movement. And we're coming together just to support each other in ministry. There's no big eyes, no big U's. We just coming together enjoying the Lord.
I
So,
love it.
I'm excited about that. And, I'm just excited about what God is doing in this time.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, the thing is that that used to be the thing. A lot of the pastors back in the day, you would go over this pastor's
Yeah,
church, and that
yeah,
pastor would come over to the other
yes,
church, and y'all
yeah,
have your little dinner after
yep,
service, and
yep.
your little cakes and everything, and
Exactly,
then you're going back
exactly,
upstairs and have a nice little. But they don't do that
exactly.
as much. It's like, this is
No,
my congregation, this me
yeah,
right here over
yeah,
here. Don't come over here. No, you not invited. No, I'm not
exactly.
coming over there. Like,
It's sad.
it's just like, okay, what I
It's
mean, and
sad.
I'm trying to get people to understand that just business wise, even as well. Like,
Yeah,
I go, like, I've been down, like, of course, having these events down in Virginia, and I'm just like, I'm I'm like trying to figure out, like, I don't see no colored, black owned, like, not a grocery store,
yeah,
not a,
yeah,
like, it's little.
yeah.
I mean, I get it, and you got to start and crawl before you, but and the
Exactly.
vending and all, you got 12 vendors at one event that do the same thing, and like, can we just get together and put
Yep,
our little
yep,
coins to
yep.
get a building? Like, I don't
That's
we got
it.
all the resources, we
Yep.
got all the knowledge.
Yes.
Why can't we get
Yeah.
some property
And we
and
come
have
together.
our own and
I know
stop
it.
trying? It's so frustrating. So
It
I
is.
definitely get it, and I applaud you for that. And I
Thank
really,
you.
really,
Thank
I
you.
will be
Thank you.
praying that that works out. That then you will be an example for
Thank you.
other pastors and ministers and bishops to come together
Thank you.
and work together and serve the community,
Yes.
so that the
Yes.
community can feel that and see that, and then pour back into you guys as a
Yes.
congregation. I
Yes.
love it.
Thank
I
you. Thank
absolutely love
you.
it.
Thank you.
So let me tell me a little bit about your music. So you have some stuff coming up with the music.
Yes.
Let's tell me a little bit about
Yes.
that.
Well, I'm so excited how God has blessed the music ministry. As you can see in the bio, God had blessed me to have numerous music ministries. But this time of this time in my life, God has just opened up a door with this single "Raise Our Praise" that has been released back in this past April. About a year or two ago, one of the gospel artists had contacted me. He was like, "Kenny, you got to come past my house. I got some music for you to hear." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." And like I said, it's been September's 45 years I've been doing this, but I was always the one that thought, my voice is not good to be on nobody's CD or nothing like that. I'll just, sing in church or whatever. So, went to the gospel artist's house, listened to the song, and the first thing that caught me at the beginning of his song was the go-go beat. And I'm like, oh, I'm not from Baltimore, but I love the go-go. So I'm up there just going in the studio, and I'm like, you got me. So then once the music caught me, I had to adjust and said, let me peep these words out. Let me see what these words about, because the music already got me with the go-go, so it's already a done deal. Let me listen to the words. And as I listened to the words, I was going through something right then and there, because when I finally listened to it, it was last year during the pandemic. And I'm like, wow, raise our praise. And it was like so much stuff was going on. So, I taught it to the last music ministry I had, Kenneth Marsh, KFM Singers. The band caught it, singers got it. Last year, we was due to have the release in July. Pandemic hit, everything got on shutdown. I'm like, I ain't worrying about it. So we come into 2021, and my wife was like, "Baby, what you gonna do about the single?" I'm like, "We still in the pandemic. I can't do nothing." So I said, let me contact the producer. So he was like, Kenny, we in the pandemic. I can't have too many people in the studio. I said, I understand. We got to be careful. So he said, what does your wife sing? I was like, she sings alto. He said, okay, let's do this. He said, you and your wife come into my studio. I'll grab my daughter. She's a soprano. We lay down the tracks. I'm like, okay, cool. So on a Sunday night at 10 o'clock, after being in service all day, you know, because we was in the pandemic, so you could have a certain amount in church. So all day, me and my wife was singing all day long. We ain't had no voices or nothing. He said, come into his studio. So at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, we're in the studio laying down the tracks for Raise Our Praise.
Wow.
We went through everything, and it was due to once we went through everything, getting everything finalized, they said, okay, the release date is going to be April 20th. So we was like, okay. So I'm saying, like, this is really going to happen. So we was just getting ready to go out to Cincinnati to support one of the bishops. So we get up to Cincinnati that Friday, going to the service, and one of the ladies walk up to my wife, and my wife is looking at me, and I'm like, what is wrong with her? She said, this lady walked up to me, and I was like, well, what's wrong? She said, your husband named Kenneth Marsh? And she was like, yeah. He said, Kenneth Marsh and Favorite? She was like, yeah. Got a song called Raise Our Praise? It's like, yeah. Oh, we hearing your stuff all the way up here in Cincinnati, Ohio. What?
Wow.
So it was supposed to be released on April 20th. God released that thing on April 7th. And then anybody know what 7 means in the Bible? It means completion.
Yes.
That thing got released. So we did Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. We came back to Baltimore. We was rolling. People were, my inbox was going off. Why haven't we got the single? And all like this. And we was able to, the songwriter of the song, he moved from Baltimore to North Carolina. So we were invited to go down to North Carolina for an international gospel festival. And that was the first time that we did it live. And I'm like, you're saying international. So it was every different walk of life there. We're literally singing Raise Our Praise. And we see the biker community with their leather on grooving to Raise Our Praise. We got everybody grooving. So we were excited about that. And I'm grateful as of right now, Raise Our Praise is global all over the world. It is all over the world. I just got the announcement. Those who haven't seen on social media, I just got word last night, July 2022, next year, I will be at the red carpet banquet in Florida receiving an award for Raise Our Praise. So I'm excited. So we got some great things happening. September the 26th, like I said, is the launching service for Favor Unleashed. I'm working on some things. Favorite will be ministering in song. I'm trying to release 2 new singles that day. So God is opening up doors. I'm excited about what He's doing.
Yes, and as long as you be obedient and just do it, and don't ask no questions, don't think about it, don't try to figure it out, He's going to continue to open up those doors. I'm so excited, so happy for you.
Yes.
And we're going to play that actual song so the people can hear. But before we play it, can you tell the people where they can find you at?
You can find me on Facebook, Kenneth Marsh. I believe the background, my page has been hacked so many times, so I had to come up with another page. But I believe the background now is it has the official host of the red carpet event as my background, and everything. So you can catch me on Facebook. Raise Our Praise can be purchased on Amazon. It's on TikTok. I was surprised. TikTok, that blew me away. So it's on Amazon, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, all the digital networks. You can catch Raise Our Praise on social media.
I love it. And any shout outs before we leave?
Shout out to Favorite. It started out, like I said, me and my wife went in the studio, and now God has blessed me because during the pandemic, I got rid of the singers, the band. I didn't have nobody. So when God started to bless, I was like, okay, I got to do something. So I'm grateful that I now have awesome singers, an awesome band with Favored. So shout out to Favored. Shout out to my wife who's sitting right here next to me. She went in the studio on that night and laid the tracks down with me. So shout out to my family. Shout out to the awesome producer who did it, Marcus Bivens, to the songwriter, John Gregory Graham, to everybody that has helped me to do this. And I'm glad to be on this segment because I'm trying to get back in Virginia. It's been a minute. Last time I've been to Virginia, I slid up there for the homecoming a couple of years ago at EBC, and that's about the last time. So I'm trying to get back down in Virginia and do some things. So
yeah, absolutely. Shout out to you and the wife. Tell her I said hello, and you guys, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm definitely excited for what you have going on, and definitely will be supporting you.
Thank you.
And so we thank you so much for being on the show. Gotta have you back.
Yes, and would love to come back.
Yes, absolutely. So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna hear this song.
Yes.
You want to introduce it?
Sure. This is Kenneth Marsh and Favored, Raise Our Praise. And I hope it blesses you because every time we do it, we have a ball doing this song. Raise Our Praise, Kenneth Marsh and Favored.
There you go.
Come on, everybody. Put your hands together. Come on and stand up on your feet. This is Pastor Kenneth Marsh and singers. We want you just to come on and get with us on this song, talking about raising the praise up unto the Lord. Come on, y'all. Get with us. Put your hands together. Let's have some fun on this song. Here we go, y'all. Let's raise the praise. Come on. I just wanna stretch out my hand. I just wanna lift my voice. I just wanna tell the world that Christ is my joy. I just wanna stretch out my hand. I just wanna lift my voice. I just wanna tell the world that Christ is my joy. Praise, I praise, I praise Him. Raise our praise, lift your hands up and raise it. Lift His name up, lift Him higher, come what may.
There you are. There you are. Well, thank you again, Kenneth Marsh. We definitely appreciate you. We're going to bring our next guest up.
Thank you.
He is not a stranger. He has been around. Y'all may find him at the bar 151. He is a wonderful friend, a wonderful supporter. I love him so dearly. He's a podcast host, entrepreneur. Um, he does it all. He has so many hats. He's just like me. Our energy is always connecting. We always giving back, always loving on people, always speaking the truth. He is just down for the get down. Y'all bring him in, my friend Rokeem Bell. I call him King. What's up, King?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
I know, look, you like, oh my gosh, I'm on the other end here. I'm so
Definitely,
used to being on the other side, giving the interviews. Now, I done had a million interviews with Tamika Joy. Now she over here interviewing me. Hey, baby.
Hey, what's going on? First of all, I gotta give a shout out to today's my sister's birthday. So happy birthday to
Oh,
my sister Shakana. Um, I'm sure she's having fun with my three little nieces and nephews. So, but happy birthday to my sister Shakana.
happy birthday, Shakana.
Also, I want to say I'm so proud of you. I love the energy of what you do with the podcast. I love the fact that you do the things with the kids too, is really important. Like a lot of people forget to give back, and I think that's you're one of those people that don't forget that. So I really
No.
salute you for doing that.
I appreciate it. I really, really do. I gotta say real quick to my girlfriend. She asked, "Can we play that song every week at our events?" Yes, right now. I'm sure Kenneth Marsh will love to hear that. I hope that we can do that. Um, but tell me, Keem. So I know you've been doing the podcast. I stand on the shoulders of you guys. Been watching you guys do so many things in the community, doing the podcast and just, you from rapping to, just the music whole scene. You've been doing it for a very long time. And I just want to give you your flowers now. I don't want to stand and be like, post my little pictures and how they do when somebody's not here no more. Like, we need to appreciate people while they're here. Let people be able to hear and see the things that you value about them and appreciate about them while they're here. Not, don't post no picture of me. Don't say nothing if you ain't did nothing, said anything. Like, I don't know. I'm coming to get you. So tell us a little bit about just a little bit about the journey in regards to you having these several hats.
Um, I learned to. I went to school, but actually everything starts at the church. So I learned sound engineering when I was like 14, 15, going to church. Then from that, I went to Columbia School of Broadcasting uh, during my 20s. And then I was planning to get a job in radio, and I became a store manager at KV2A, so that took up most of my time. Um, I really got into the podcasting aspect. God bless my former partner, my late partner, Black GOP, Jason Terrell. Um, he had something on Blog Talk, and he had different shows on Blog Talk. And he said, I want to do a hip hop show. So he called me, and I had all these people calling. He was like, well, why don't you just do a weekly hip hop show? I said, well, I don't do weekly, but I'll do like once a month. And then we had an opportunity from one side, a different side of my world to meet something else because I managed my nephew Renegade, and we worked with George. So Rise wound up getting a spot down the harbor. I talked to Jason. I said, they want to do something down the harbor. Why don't you bring your show there? And he was like, sure, but why don't you host it with me? And then that's how we did True Radio. And we had a lot of fun. We was like coming on at 1:30 in the morning. Um, and we stayed booked. We were able to do the hurricane relief. That's where I first met you. When we did the hurricane relief show. And then we did several things with my man Don Napper. He had to give back. We did some stuff for him, like a vendor give back and stuff like that. And then, after a while, me and Jason People always thought we were beefing, but we parted ways and started. He did True Radio and I did At the Bar, but we always supported one another. It was a brotherhood. And then, after he passed, I stopped for a little bit and then had to get myself refocused and came back and, we've been doing it really good.
Yeah, a lot of people when it comes to those type of things, because people when you come together and you first starting stuff, and you guys are excited about doing it and want to do it, and you're learning, and once you start to learn stuff, it's okay to have different visions at some point, to where now maybe something you wanted to do and they wanted to do, and you just kind of just want your own platform, whatever the case may be. It's not a situation where, oh, okay, why when I leave something it's got to be a beef, or that
Yeah.
whole thing. People are just like, no, we're fine, we're great. I just wanted to do XYZ, or I just we were just going in the different directions, and it's okay, we're still good. So, and and Jason, yes, God rest his soul, a great brother just like you. So I could definitely to have you both feeling like what the streets is talking about. Well, y'all beef, and I know that was a lot for your hearts in regards to like, why do people always assume that it's got to be beef?
The funny thing is we laughed at it most of the time because Jason was like one of my number one fans for watching my show. And there's a lot of times when they were doing True Radio, when they went to Listen Vision, I would be in the building. You just
Hmm.
may not see me on camera. So, I would just be there to support. And a lot of times he'd be like, well, why don't you get on? No, I don't need to get on camera. If you need me to, and I even guest filled and host when he had to do something. So when you needed me to be there, I'll be there. But I don't necessarily, I'm there to support. And I don't
Mm.
be the person to shine. And that's how brotherhood is. And a lot of people don't get that, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't pay attention to what everybody thinks.
Right. And I'm the same way, brother. A lot of people, it's the see thing for people. And being behind the scenes for so long, doing a lot of things a lot of people don't understand, is why I can do what I do, because I've been behind the scenes for so long with so many different things that people be like, well, how does this work, and how does that work? How do you know XYZ, or how did you meet this person, or how do you know this? And it's just because I wasn't seen, didn't mean that I was still, learning and living and supporting, and it's not all about being in the forefront all the time. It's take a seat back, and be humble enough to learn and support people without having to be in the forefront. So tell me about far as 151 and that whole journey, and a little bit about how it's been, and some of the people that you've been able to engage with over the years.
So 151, that's basically when I used to rap. That's been my name for over 20 years. Um, so many different acronyms for it. It used to be mind, body, and soul as a whole. If you add 151 up, it'd be Seven Supreme. It's just so many different things that I used to play with, and the fact that 151, one of the strongest drinks. So and that always just been my slogan: straight with no chaser.
Okay.
And people, I mean, doing podcasts and stuff. We've like I've interviewed Gilly the Kid. We've interviewed Sunshine Anderson. Um, I got to interview a good friend of mine who's a professional comedian, William Wright, Skeever Williams. I'm Skeever Wright, but we've got to interview a lot of great Chef Rock, which is my cousin. He won season 3 of Hell's Kitchen, and I salute everybody on their journey. I love when I see my people do great, so it's just um, having that mentality. Like I feel like when they went out,
That's right.
I got to interview you. I got to interview Satoria. I got to interview Vega. So Interstate Snake. Um, and I've met a lot of great people on these journeys. And then going different places with my nephew because I manage him. We just got back from Miami about 2 weeks ago. He got
For
an
the
opportunity. He got an
tour. I mean the what was it? The Rolling Out.
Rolling Out weekend. Yep.
Okay.
So he got the opportunity that I've never got to do when I was rapping. So he got to perform in Miami. Earlier we went to Atlanta. We're supposed to be going back to Atlanta probably by October, and then we're trying to go to Vegas in December, I believe. But he's got to perform in Texas. He's got to perform in Philly. He's got to perform in Rhode Island. So I try to give him the stuff that I wasn't able to do and give him the support, because a lot of people fail to support other people's dreams.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to win, you got to help other people win. That's what they fail. That's what they fail to realize. Like you got to put energy into other people as well. You can't just be selfish and expect to think that you're automatically going to win. That's why I'm real big on supporting people, because I can't expect to have a great show if I don't like other people's shows, or if I don't share other people. You can't. I hate people that complain about not doing something, but then they don't do it themselves.
Right.
So and I'm gonna say this to all the artists. So when y'all get on Facebook or social media and y'all be like, "Ain't nobody liking my stuff," how many other artists did you like today? How many other shows did you share today? You don't hear me. You won't hear me complain about support, because I have a great support system and I support other people's shows. Even before you sent the thing in the inbox, I'm usually sharing the show regardless. I go to boom, 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 and just share.
Right.
And it doesn't take nothing. It doesn't
Nothing.
The lights shit free.
I said, I was just telling me and my girlfriend right now, she's on it. We were just talking about it earlier. Like, if you're not going to come to an event, just share it. It's free. It's free. All you got to do is just post it. Thank you, Mom. He said, yeah, supporting us, everything. And thank you for saying, my great show. And it's just, we got to just learn how to just give and support. If we could do that more, life will be so much better, and we will be able to have, as a people, our own. So, we can definitely talk all day about that, and our time is running low. Can tell me a little bit about where as far as your artists, where you can find him, where they can find you for the Bar 151, and where we can find you on your platforms.
I stream on Sunday nights at 7. You can catch me on Facebook, IG, and YouTube, Twitch, all at the same time. Rakeem Bell, just type it up. I'm on it. At the bar, I have an At the Bar page on Facebook. I have an At the Bar page on IG. And if you type it, and if you want to Google YouTube, you type my first name or type At the Bar Radio or podcast, I'll come up. Can't miss me. I'm the guy with the bar in the background.
Okay, and your artists?
Oh, Renegade. You can Renegade 703 on IG, YouTube. Definitely, you find them. We last year we got to release money. We got like 26,000 views on that. We're really proud of that. And then we're working on something soon. He's been having great. He had a great response down in Miami, and a great response in ATL. So we're going to be releasing the new song pretty soon, and possibly shooting the video. Because also he actually edits, but we shoot the videos. We've done that. Done at least 2 videos together.
Wow. Okay. Wonderful. Well, I definitely appreciate it. I definitely got to get you back on the show. And I love you, and I definitely will continue to keep supporting you and in all your endeavors, because you definitely support me. And that's what it's all about. So I definitely appreciate you. Any shout outs before we leave?
Shout out to Renegade. Shout out to my man George, DMG. Shout out to the new artist I'm managing, Go Villain. Shout out to my sister Shikana. It's her birthday. Shout out to my little bad nieces and nephews. I got 2 new twins. And then my nephew Shy.
I love it, and I love you, Kim. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm definitely there to support you. You guys, this has been another great show with the stars with Tamika Joy. Make sure y'all keep supporting. Cash App a sister, PayPal a sister. You know, it's all about just trying to get to the next level, you guys. And I will definitely be a support system to those that support me. It has been another day that I'm blessed, and I appreciate you guys for watching. We will see y'all next Friday, 7 p.m. Tune in, Tamika Joy, Stars with Tamika Joy. Have a good night.